Hello and welcome to another episode, the third episode of the time-lapse series of creating a Super Nintendo world in Planet Coaster. If you are new to the series, let me tell you this is a recreation of an artwork that Universal Japan released like 2 months ago, or a month and a half, showing how it was going to be the area of the Nintendo area they were going to build in the park. This area is also going to be in Orlando and Los Angeles, but I think it's going to be a little bit different in those. So this is basically the recreation that they have, the idea they have for the Japanese version of the park. We know there's rumors of the 3 rides we are going to see in this area, and we already know how it will look from Peach Castle. We don't know how Peach Castle will look because it's the artwork shot is from the back of it, but we already know that it's like a big plaza with lots of elevations and lots of mountains typical of Super Mario Brothers. And in this video we are going to actually make the Bowser part. It's not a ride. Well, we know that it's not one of the rides, but maybe the building has one of the rides. So let me explain myself. There's 3 kinds of rides. So there's a Yoshi Island ride that we suppose is in the huge Mario-like mountain, because there's a lot of Yoshis in the mountain. There's also like a Mario Kart ride, and there's a Donkey Kong coaster. Okay, so the Mario Kart ride, it's the interesting one, because the Mario Kart ride, we don't know where it's going to be placed. Some people are saying it's inside Peach Castle, one of the buildings. Well, the entrance building of the ride is Peach Castle, and other people are saying it could be the Bowser Castle we are making in this episode. So I don't know where I'm going to add it in Planet Coaster, if in this or in the Bowser. I had some nice ideas, like about traveling. If you've played Mario Kart 8, there's like a ride. One of the races is on a plane, like on an airport, and there's like posters of different races. Like you can see a poster of the dolphin race, and there's a poster of the the Royal Raceway, I think it's called, and things like that. And I thought that was a great idea for the queue line of the Mario Kart coaster I'm going to try to build in the future. And if the real ride was inside Bowser's Castle, my idea was going to be a little bit difficult to make. So I don't know still. You can see right now, like, I'm trying to build Bowser's snout, I think the mouth, the Bowser's nose, from the castle. Like you can see in the little image I've put at the right of the screen, the corner. You can see there's like a Bowser in the entrance of the castle, like in Mario Kart. It's very typical of the Mario Kart stages, where the Bowser races, where you can see Bowser's face in the castle and things like that. So that's why it's one of the rumors that it's going to be inside that. So I decided to look for Bowser mouths in the games, and there's one in the last Paper Mario game that it's like made with paper, and it's like in 3D with flat shapes and things like that. And I was trying at the beginning to recreate that, but it didn't work. So I decided to go just with the big spheres, because I think they will work. And the problem is that I didn't record it. As you can see, I just jumped from that thing I was trying to build to just Bowser nearly halfway done. And I'm sorry, because I did forget of recording. I was like trying new things, and then I forget to press the record button, so I couldn't show you how I started making the Bowser face. But it's really easy. It's only some spheres and some rounded shapes to get that. It's really easy to make them with that, because if you've played Mario 64, the original Super Mario 64 and the Nintendo 64, Nintendo did actually the same. They tried primitive shapes to make Bowser's face and Mario's face in that game. So that's why it works here really well. And so I'm now, like you are watching, I'm making the facade of Bowser's castle. And as you can see, there's like various towers, and 2 of those towers, the ones near the face or the entrance of the castle, they have like little feet. That's also very typical of Mario Kart Bowser races. The castle facade has like Bowser's feet on it, and you can see it also in the image. It's not very clearly seen because it's very little, but you can clearly see like 2 of the towers have these Bowser feet on them. So I try to recreate them with the art pieces we have. Then this part I'm making right now, you can really see too well if it's a window, what it is. So I decided to like make a window with some gray, like I'm sorry, some. It's not like a real window. It's like more like a prison window with the iron bars and things like that. So that's what I decided to do because it was what most resembled to the artwork. And then there's the middle tower with there's like a lot of decoration. Like if you've seen Bowser's character, he has like a lot of things in his arms. Like how do you say it? I think they are called bracelets. Yeah, that's what it's, bracelets. Like he has bracelets in his arms with spikes, and his castle actually has a lot of that. The towers, for example, use a lot of bracelets in the towers with the black with spikes and things like that. And that's what I was trying to make here. And you can see it. It's also on the artwork. So I'm trying to be like as nearest as possible to the artwork as I can, with the liberty that Planet Coaster lends us. And with the art shapes, it's pretty easy to get there. So I have to be thankful of Frontier to add them. And the tower also has like the horns in the tower, those typical horns he has on his head. In reality, Bowser has a lot of ego and basically builds his buildings like with his image. So everyone like a tyranny wall basically. And yeah, that's what the castle actually looks. The fortress looks outside. I need to make something cool for the inside of the castle. And that means I need to do something with trying to make it, if it's going to be the Mario Kart ride or if it's going to be only like a food court. I don't know. Maybe it's a food court in the real theme park, because I don't know. I need to basically make it what I really want, and I'm still debating in between turning it into the Mario Kart entrance or just using the Peach Castle for that. And basically the Peach Castle is something I want to go for the next episode or the next episodes, because it's going to be a big task to make. And now as you can see, I'm building the left part from the Bowser Fortress. That it's like some kind of buildings with probably the exit of something, or shops or restaurants, and it's like they are made like if they were different types of walls, going from a darker wall, the typical wall you would find on the Bowser stages, that is these dark blues and browns and things like that, and going to the lighter tones of the normal greenery of the Super Mario worlds. Actually, I like a lot this wall because it has these like stripe patterns that make it a little bit more interesting, and I try to copy that stripe patterns of the artwork itself. And now it comes the a little bit harder part. It was not really like hard to make, but the idea was to create like a block, like a square block here, with the pattern of the last building I'm going to build for the time lapse today, that has like these triangles, like this triangle pattern and some straight lines and it looks really cool. So what I was trying to make here was create a block with those patterns, and now a block with a clean pattern, and another block with a stripe pattern, and then start mixing those patterns until I created exactly the same wall as you can see in the artwork. And yeah, that's basically it for today. Once I finish this building, the time lapse will be done, and I hope for next week I can have the Peach Castle time lapse for all of you. I'm sorry I've been a little bit out these weeks because I've been working on some things, and I've been pretty busy this last week. But well, I hope you've liked the video, and I hope if you like it, of course, subscribe, and have a nice week, and I will see you hopefully next week. Goodbye.